Hello and welcome to the new style Edexcel GCSEs. These are the ones that go from grades 9 through to 1. This is the third paper in the foundation tier entitled 1MA1/3F. It is a calculator paper, so we are allowed to use a calculator, and we're picking up in question 5. Fazer buys one magazine costing £2.30, one paper costing 92p, two identical bars of chocolate. Fazer pays with a £5 note. She gets 40p change. Work out the cost of one bar of chocolate. So the way to work this out is to work out how much she paid for everything, subtract the amount she paid for the magazine and the paper, and that gives us how much she paid for the two identical bars of chocolate. And then we need to divide the answer by 2, and that will give us the answer for one bar of chocolate. Where they get you is you've got your pounds and your pence given in different formats, and it's easy to get confused between the two, so always watch out when you're doing your pounds and pence. Okay, so one magazine costs £2.30, one paper costs 92p, so we just add these up. So that's £2.30 plus 92p, and we are allowed to use a calculator, so let's use the calculator. Now there's two ways we can do this. We can either think in pence, or we can think in pounds, but don't get confused between two. If you're going to think in pence all the way through. If you're going to think in pounds all the way through. Don't keep switching between the two and get confused. So if we're going to think in pence, we write 230 add 92 is equal to 322 pence, which is £3.22. The alternative way to do it, of course, is we could think in pounds, and that's £2.30 plus 0.92 pounds is equal to £3.22, or £3.22. Okay, so now we need to know how much Fazer paid for everything. So that's £5, she paid with a £5 note, and we subtract the 40p change she got. And again, we can either do 5 minus 0.4, which is 40 pence, is equal to 4.6, and note that that is £4.60, not £4.06. And that's £4.60. The other way we can do it is to think in pence and do 500 pence minus 40 pence is equal to 460 pence, which is £4.60. Okay, so now if we subtract the £4.60 from the £3.22, minus £3.22, I think we've done enough to know how to do this in a calculator, so that's going to be 831, so that's £1.38. Again, you can use a calculator in the same way. Okay, so we've got our £1.38, we just divide by 2, and that gets us the cost of our chocolates, our individual chocolates. 2 goes into 13 6 times, remainder 1, that's 9, so that's 69 pence. Now again, you use a calculator, again the same way with the others. Make sure you don't get confused between pounds and pence. If you're going to think in pence all the way through the calculation. If you're going to think in pounds all the way through the calculation. And when we write it, we either write it in pounds, which is pounds 0.69, or we write it in pence, or 69 pence. What we don't do is both. We cannot write pounds 0.69 pence. That would be considered wrong, and you'll probably get marked down for doing that. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.